What's up, everybody? This is your boy D Mac. Let's talk. So, titles. Understand that titles are necessary to identify things. Titles are necessary to set order in things. I understand how necessary titles are, but I don't agree with how people will allow titles to become their identity, because a title is not your identity. It explains your level of expertise or your specialty in a certain area, but it is not your identity. And a lot of people have made these titles that they've worked for become their identity and validate them, and they feel that this is credibility for them to tell you what to do and how to live. And this is where the lines get blurred, because um, I've had a few titles throughout my life, and what I learned in gaining those titles was that it can go to your head. It can spark a sense of pride and a sense of um, entitlement within you, and it's right in the name, entitlement. You know, so having these titles gives you a sense of pride, and it sparks your ego and causes you to get beside yourself if you don't know how to humble yourself in these instances. And a lot of people fall to this problem. We call it what? He's power hungry. He's power drunk. Drunk with the power. Everybody's been through it. If you've ever accomplished anything in your life, if you've ever had any type of achievements or promotion, then you've had to deal with this type of thing. And in the military, you go through many promotions, so you deal with this each level that you go to, because with much power comes much responsibility. And that's a saying because people have experienced um, not having the level of responsibility to go to deal with or match the amount of power that they have, and it never turns out good for anyone. So when you're placed in these positions and you're given these titles, you have to understand that something comes with that title, and that's humility. Because if you're not humble in those instances, when you're uplifted and when you're being exalted over others, you have to realize that there are people who feel like they deserve what you're getting, and they're not going to celebrate with you. Not everybody celebrates whenever you have a victory or an accomplishment achieved. So understand that. So in having a title, just know that you are painting a bullseye on your back at that point, and you're going to get opposition from every side, and you're not going to understand where it's coming from, because you're elevating, you're doing good things. And we've always been taught that when you do good things, everybody's going to be happy for you and they're going to cheer you on. But nobody really tells you the other side of that, that guess what, that title you have, somebody else wants that title, or somebody else felt like that title belonged to them, because their identity is wrapped up in a title, because they don't truly know who they are. So when you start to go on a search for yourself and really do a good internal evaluation of yourself, and you start to come to an understanding of who you are, accepting the things about yourself, good, bad, and the ugly, and starting to work on these things to become the person that you would like to be, that you like, the type of person that you want to hang around, then you begin to have a certain sense of security, and these titles won't mean that much to you anymore, because your identity is not wrapped up in that. You started to see who you truly are within yourself. And so we have to be careful dealing with people who use their title as credibility to try to make you seem like you're wrong or you're doing something the wrong way. Yeah, we can take their advice into consideration and really consider what they're telling us, because they may be giving us the formula that we need to succeed. But at the same time, the same route that they took to get their success may not necessarily be the route that we are to take. And so we will take their advice into into consideration. But if we don't use that advice and we find a better way that is more compatible to what we're trying to do, I don't think a person should take offense to that, because it's not a disrespect to you. It's just that your route is not my route. Your path is not my path. And the way you get there is not the way that I'm going to get there. And people have to understand that about each other, because then that comes down to a issue of control. Because now you feel like you've done so good in your life, or you feel like you're in a position in your life where you can tell other people how to become successful. And sometimes that's a slippery slope, because, like I said before, the things that are instilled within you to make that be successful for you have not been instilled in another person, and they're not capable of doing it the way that you do it. So we have to take these things into consideration. But all in all, a title is good to maintain order within a certain institution. That's what titles are for. To establish who's who, what their position is, and the credibility that they have to be in that position. That's what a title is. Don't wear it as a badge of honor. Don't try to wear it as a shield of protection. That goes out to my military people, um, because that title is just a, a grouping of letters to form an identifier, just like your name is. That's all I really wanted to say about that. This is your boy Mac. I'm out.